Solar. Are you big in solar? Do you believe in solar? Do you guys incorporate?
Yeah. And once again, there's probably some anomalies out there that have worked. So I'm not saying what I'm about to say is a hard and fast rule. However, if you're a roofing company owner, I'd be really cautious about adding solar to your platform.
Wow.
In a lot of cases, something becomes the red-headed stepchild. And unless you're really good at certain things, that's going to be a problem because you may not have even mastered your roofing business yet. And if you haven't mastered your roofing business, why are you adding solar? And I know you're saying to yourself, well, it's just more meat off the bone because we're already there. But what's going to happen over time is something else is going to get neglected, right? The other thing I can say about solar is there's a lot of opportunities for these solar sales guys to lie. And that stuff catches up with you later. Talking about negating your bill and not having an electric bill anymore, and selling these insulation packages along with the solar, and all these things and tricks that guys are doing to get customers to do it, and then their bill comes and they still have an electric bill and a solar bill to pay for the system. Right? Like, it's interesting. But I think if I were to really just, without getting too much into the weeds, if you have not mastered your roofing company, I don't think you should add solar. Now, if you get to a point, so I don't know if you know this, but we are selling solar right now. We hired totally separate people. It's a totally separate division.
It's like brand new business.
Has nothing to do with roofing. And my roofing people can't sell it.
So you separate it. You don't want a liability. You don't want to interfere. You want to completely.
You're gonna potentially cannibalize your roofing, and I'll tell you why. So in a lot of cases, right, to get referrals on the roofing side, what do your project managers need to do? They need to go spend time at the property. They probably need to go down the day of the installation. They probably want to check on materials, good customer service, make sure that, like, by some strange reason, the wrong materials didn't get delivered. Like, these are simple things that a good project manager should do, right? And I think you should encourage your guys to be there on day of install. Take progress pictures and send it to the customer, and get them engaged. Connect with the neighbors. Get referrals. If trash is running into the neighbors' yards, go pick it up. As a matter of fact, that's what I teach my guys. Knock the neighbor's door. Say, hey, my name's Johnny. I'll be doing Jimmy's roof next door tomorrow, and just want to let you know that if you see some strange dude running across your yard, it's me trying to grab a piece of paper. They drink a lot of water. There's a lot of plastic that comes out, a lot of plastic from all the shingle bags. Wind blows, something runs here. Please don't shoot me. I'm just making sure that your yard's clean.
Don't shoot me.
Right?
We're in Texas.
Yeah, it's a great icebreaker and conversation to connect with your homeowner. And then that morning, if you're there, your homeowner leaves, they see you. How are you guys doing? Have a great day at work. The neighbors see you. They come back after work. They see you. Like, you're getting integrated into this community, right? And so where was I going with this point?
We were talking about solar and integrating.
Yeah. So there's all these things that like a good PM does, right? In most cases, when someone takes on solar, like a lot of people are traveling the country right now, trying to get everyone to sign up for solar, and so they're using an EPC like Titan or one of these places, right? And so really, what they're doing is selling paper.
True.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's well said.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If you've got a bunch of roofing guys, to be highly successful at roofing, they're doing all these things, which means they spend far more time at the property. But solar, they can actually even sell it remotely and never go there. What do you think human nature says? There's, what's the name of this book? There's a book out there, I can't think of the name, that talks about it is human nature for humans to take the path of least resistance. They want the most amount of pleasure. It's called Pleasure Trap.
Okay.
Read it. Great book, Pleasure Trap. Humans naturally want to have the most amount of pleasure, the shortest path with the least amount of resistance. It's in our DNA. It's what we want. As a matter of fact, there's a bird in Arizona that does the same shit. Seriously, this bird collects stuff, right? And in this specific species, the bird that collects the most stuff gets the more women that come sit there in front of his collection and he bangs them. He gets more women because he collects more stuff. Anyway, you got to read this book. It's a great book. And so if that's true, what's going to happen to your roofing sales? Remember, path of least resistance, right? Which one's the path of least resistance?
So they're going to go to solar.
Absolutely. And you're going to cannibalize what got you here today and what got you here. You know, it won't get you there, but it's a whole different conversation.
But there's the same thing that's happening in the roofing industry with the roofing companies who go from retail to storm shade. One storm can destroy a roofing company because now the sales guys who work one storm, they cannot go back to regular appointments. They got used to easier money. Or, you know what else I've seen a few times?
Residential to commercial.
Residential to commercial. Guy will do one job, one apartment, and shuts down residential. Like $1 million project will cancel everything he's done before, and he'll be waiting for another one, which, you know, might never come or might take 3 years to come.
Listen, solar is in you know, this whole electric, solar, you know, saving the earth, all that stuff. It's very important and it's very real.
It's a good concept,
and it is part of the future, no doubt. I'm just saying, don't be foolish and just introduce solar into your business and start getting your guys to sell it. I want to help you and say, like, structure something, do it slow, take your time. Have there been guys that have implemented it that have done well? Yes, but most of them won't because they just don't have enough of a handle on their roofing yet to introduce that. And you're going to cannibalize your roofing business. And then what's going to happen is if you don't pay attention and you don't have good customer service reps and all the rest of it on your solar side, all those solar problems are going to come out later. And then you will have made decisions not to sell as much roofing anymore. And now you start realizing that solar is more of a shit show than you thought. And what's also happening, depending on what area you're in, is guys are selling at lower and lower kilowatts. So margins are getting less and less, competition's getting higher. And so there's a lot of things in there that people need to think about before they just add solar to their business. Once again, I believe in it. I think it's awesome. I have a belief on what I think should work on it. Now, the only other exception that I think could work is if you start your business that way. So you start your business as a roofing and solar business from day one. Right? And you have then procedures and process in place.
Figure it out.
Correct.
You'll figure it out.
But if you're an existing company and you got people running around the country convincing you to sign up for solar
on some seminars
because they can make an override on getting you signed up, listen, I'm not even saying that's a bad idea. I'm just saying think a little bit. Make sure you're ready for it. Make sure you got the right stuff in place. And be careful how you handle it because you could just cannibalize your somewhat okay roofing company.
If you enjoyed this clip and want to watch another one, click right here. If you want to watch full episode, go to the description or click right here.